So, I'm here with Denali Guide Nick, and we're going to start a new series in speculation and minors. So, I have a few questions to ask, and hopefully, we'll kind of ease into this topic as we go. So, let's set the stage, shall we? What do we really mean when we talk about speculation in minors, and how is that different from investing?
Speculation, I think the whole definition is you're putting money into something to have a profit. Now, I believe there's a term for it, but I don't remember it at this point. It means that you're going to get back more than you put in, if you guess right.
So, how is that different from investing?
I think investing is where you take a sum of money, $50 or $100, and you put it in the bank. And when you've got enough to buy what you think is a solid stock or a mutual fund, you put it in it, and you continue to put it in $50 at a time. That's investing. You're looking at down the road a year or two or three.
So why do you say that winning and losing are both kind of baked into speculation?
Well, if you want to have reward, you have to have risk. Okay? You can invest in a mine, and one day they'll hit water.
Okay, well, let's explore that just a little bit. What does a win look like for a mining speculator?
Oh, a win looks like I put in $300 and some good news came out about this miner, and now it's worth $900.
So can you give us an example of catching a winner cycle or a breakout?
Well, Newmont Mining is the biggest outfit in the world, okay? And in times when gold prices were in the doldrum, it was in the 20s. It's now hit 90. That's a win. If you sell.
Okay, so how much of winning is actually skill, and how much is simply being in the right place at the right time?
Oh, that's a scary subject. Skill. I'm not sure that there is skill. I think we're taking scientific wild guesses. We are attempting to take the information we have in hand and make some really good educated guess, or perhaps a calculation.
So,
and at that point, you're stuck with where you get in at.
okay, so what are the most common ways people lose money in mining speculation?
No plan.
Okay, do you think losses come more from bad luck, bad timing, or bad decisions? And from what you just said, I'm thinking not having a plan would be one of them.
When you have a plan, you buy a $10 stock and you say, how much am I willing to see it go down before I withdraw?
Right.
So if it's 10%, when it hits 9, you sell.
So why is it that some speculators hold for too long, even when it's clearly not working? Why do they hold on?
I think they have a tradition of holding on to stocks as opposed to minor stocks and hoping that the economy will grow enough to bring it back.
Right, right. So you said that winning and losing can often look the same at first. Can you explain that just a little bit?
Well, if I understand your question correctly, you buy a $10 stock, it goes to 12 and 13, of course, and you're feeling really great. Mm-hmm. You're feeling exuberant, and then it goes to 9 because something bad happened, and you don't sell. And then it goes to 8, and something bad happened. I'm going to lose money if I sell. You bet. You're going to lose money, and you're going to lose money again if you don't sell.
That's true. So how do forces like insiders or institutions, global markets, shape whether the small investor will win or lose?
Let's say you buy a potash stock. Okay?
That's a good thing in Canada.
Yeah, they're in Canada. But potash was very dependent on exports from the Ukraine. And before this whole brouhaha with NATO Ukraine started, Ukraine saw an opportunity and they expanded their exports. and it drove potash prices down, and it drove your stock price down.
So is the game kind of tilted against the average Joe speculator?
The game is very tilted against somebody who doesn't do their own due diligence or research.
And you say that a lot. You've got to do your due diligence, right?
DYOGG.
Yep, do your own. So a couple of lessons or takeaways. What's the most important mindset shift for someone stepping into speculation?
The mindset is, I'm going to invest some money. I'm going to set a point at which I get out if it's losing money, and I'm going to make up my mind how much money I want to make.
So that's a mindset that you can, instead of just going in willy-nilly.
It's a plan. A friend of mine told me, he said, I started out with this as a hobby and I didn't pay attention. Now I know it's a business. Now I'm making money.
Yep. Well, and another question though, can you really win if you don't manage the risk carefully?
Sooner or later it's going to bite you.
You think?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you'll go in and you'll make $5 on a $10 investment. And then you'll make $8 on a $10 investment. And you'll get a little complacent. And then one day the mine will collapse and your $10 investment will be worth $2.
Yeah. So what does survival mean in this game, and why is it itself a form of victory?
Well,
or is it?
Yes, survival means you're at least breaking even and you can hold on to your capital. Otherwise, you get capital attrition. You lost your money. And then you figure out, geez, I had to work 160 hours for that money. That's what it means.
Okay, so this is a new series that we're looking at here together. And I have a list. I'm just going to share finally what can viewers expect. So what winning looks like, we'll do a video on that. What losing looks like, we'll do a whole separate video on that one. The core reality of winning and losing, and lessons to prime everybody. So you don't have to be at the right time or the right place, just manage risk versus reward. So Denali Guide, or Mr. Nick, I look forward to hearing more about this whole series and what it's going to look like for you. We'll unpack a bunch of these questions in detail, and it's going to be exciting, don't you think?
Oh, I think it's very exciting, especially when you start losing money.
Well, that just seems scary. That doesn't feel very exciting to me.
Oh, it's not happy excitement.
No.
It's anxiety.
Yeah, there you go. And I think too, I mean, you said it many times in previous videos, you said it again tonight, you have to do your due diligence. You have to do your own research. So even if, Nick, you tell me to buy this stock, it would be important for me to look at that stock and say, okay, what has it done in the past? What does it look like it's going to do? Not just to take your word for it or to take anybody else's word for it. Do your research and then ask the experts. What do you think?
You walk into the supermarket and there's no prices.
Oh.
All right? And then you say, well, I should buy this, I should buy that. And you get to the checkout and they arrest you for trying to steal.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, thank you for your time. And we look forward to this new video series. It's going to take us through the month of September. And I hope everybody's doing well. Like, subscribe, and...
Like, subscribe.
And share.
And share it to others.
Yeah. Very, very good. So thank you, everybody. Say good night, Nick.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. God bless.